I'm in a supermarket. I'm in a supermarket called Big C. I'm shopping, not for a whole lot of things. Um, but I'm just here. My initial goal was to to come here to possibly get some watermelon, packaged cut up watermelon, because I would like to eat that and refresh myself. It's my go-to. It's not hot today. It's rainy. Apparently we are in monsoon season, so there's been a lot of rain, and because of the area that I am currently residing in, there's a lot of rice fields, so it floods a lot. Um, and they have a pretty good irrigation system. I think I'm saying that correctly, where the canals take in the excess water, and they've actually upgraded that system because last year it was a massive um, flood throughout rainy season. And oh, look at this fruit. I've never heard of it. It's called Hui Fai Santal. I'm gonna go to the market and see if I find it. It's always more expensive in the um, it's always more expensive in the supermarket. I just dropped a whole lid to something to get a sample of what I think is pomelo, and it's good. It's really good. But yes, I found the watermelon. You can always find watermelon. They have different varieties. They have it cut up like this. They have um they have it cut up in a bag, and it's 39 baht. Or you can have it cut up in a bag with the rind on it. And the one with the rind on it looks more appealing to me. I don't know why. I'm not gonna question it. My man is just using his bare hands to get the pomelo, and the two picks was right there. All right, let me mind my business. So I got my watermelon, and actually, the pomelo was so good. So I'm gonna get pomelo too, and they have white pomelo and um, red pomelo. I'm gonna get the red one. It's reminding me of grapefruit, and I'm digging that. So, like I said, I didn't have a goal to um, just make videos, but it's like a visual diary for myself. I make a lot of videos actually, but I don't post them all. Sometimes I just use it to vent to myself. I don't have Sawadika. I don't have a community in which I don't have a physical community. I feel like this is my community, but I don't have that immediate community to speak aloud about what it is that I experience and go through. So I use my videos as an outlet. I'm gonna get some cheese too. I love cheese. I'm gonna get some cheese and eat with my fruit. Cheese with fruit is actually pretty tasty. I'm not getting a whole bunch. I already ate. As usual, I'm all over the place. Let me move because, oh my God, they got another fruit section. They have dragon fruit, watermelon, guava, coconut, jackfruit, mango, pomelo, natural juices. There is mango, cantaloupe. They have avocado. Avocado is not easy to find. They have apples. I don't like the apples here. I have not tasted a very good apple here. Oh, no, I'm lying. I like pink lady apples. And those are imported. And they have papaya and grapes and melon and pineapple and white grape, dragon fruit. How dope. Back to moi. So, I'm thinking about getting this avocado. Avocado is not easy to come by. It's not avocado season. I'm gonna get it. It's not avocado season. And that's just it. It's not easy to get. So here I am. Oh, this is another fruit that I've tasted recently. It's green melon. And it's similar to like the green melon that we're used to. But look at that. It's very fragrant. I don't necessarily care for it. It's not nasty, but melon, besides watermelon, it's just not my thing. But I do like fresh cantaloupe. I never liked cantaloupe before, but cantaloupe here, being that it's really, really fresh and super sweet and super orange, I think that's the issue in the States. Oh my God, I'm rambling. Okay. So, see, I want to show you. These are the avocados. The avocados are wrapped up. They're sealed. I'm sure they are. Yes, this is the imported fruit refrigerator. So whatever you want, it's here. But it's not, I wouldn't necessarily buy imported avocado again. I did it one time and it never ripened. What a betrayal. It never ripened. Never. I put it in the sun. I wrapped it in brown paper bag, newspaper, plastic wrap. It never, ever ripened. It was the most devastating experience I've ever had when it comes to food. Anyway. Ooh, instant milk tea? Melon. Speaking of, like, I don't know, who wants melon? Bubble tea. I've been craving bubble tea. And apparently you can make it by yourself. with the tapioca. Bubble milk tea. What's the difference? It's 3-in-1, 3-in-1, 3-in-1. This one looks like it has brown sugar, because that one doesn't. And this one, I don't know. That looks like it has brown sugar as well. Okay. So yes, I've been using my videos to make like a diary for myself. And like I said, sometimes I delete them clearly because I don't post a lot. I don't post a lot. And sometimes I post it. Lately, I've been in the mood to just post it. I don't care how it looks, how it comes out. My point is being made, and that's the bottom line. So I'm actually really dry right now. I can see it because it's so rainy. It's so rainy. So yes, that's what I initially began this video about. Okay, it's been rainy. It's monsoon season, and it's pretty bad. I feel like the earth is just completely shifting as we shift, and every season is just like seasoning. is if it's supposed to be a lot of rain, there's massive amounts of rain, and that's what's been happening. So it's been raining, and I'm getting used to it. However, my rain jacket was smelly, and I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Like that rank smell. So I tried to wash it while doing my laundry. And lo and behold, my washing machine stopped working, which is normal because it's outside and it's rainy, and usually I think it just does this thing where it automatically shuts down when the air is too damp, because I bought a waterproof cover for it, and it works, right? But it just does what it does. I've accepted it for what it is, and usually throughout the day, once the sun comes back out, give it some time to dry up a little bit, and it starts to work. However, yesterday it did not. So I'm a little used to that as well, where things just don't work out. And not used to it. I'm adaptable. I'm not living where things are immensely convenient. Like, you gotta work things through and figure things out a little bit. And I actually like that because it has helped me and allowed space for me to grow in ways that I never knew I needed to grow and wanted to grow. And I like it. I'm living. So, and it also helped me to realize what's important, and not just important, but what do I value, and the things that I want and need versus the things that I need versus what I want. Yes. And the things that I value versus what is just what's invaluable to me. So this got a watermelon on its toothpaste. but it's in Thai. Oh no, hold it. Concentrated herbal toothpaste with fluoride. I don't do the fluoride. I haven't used toothpaste with fluoride in quite some time now. Maybe like, it's 2025, maybe like 10 years. So when I do use toothpaste with fluoride, I can taste it immediately and it's disgusting. It tastes really bad, besides it being bad for you. This is actually the toothpaste that I am currently using. Dakbuako. I think I said it correctly. I love it. It's, oh my God, it's so good. But I love this. Sorry. I love this, the original. When I tell you it is the perfect, it's just perfect. When I use it, I actually can expector, no, hawk up the phlegm if I have phlegm, because it's so, the herbs really do work. I don't think it's just for whitening and just dental care. Like, it's overall respiratory care, and I love it. Okay, moving on. So, washing machine not working. I didn't check it today because I didn't have time, and then when I did have time, I forgot. Today I've forgotten quite a bit of things, and I'm giving myself grace with it. I was supposed to go teach a student. I forgot because we changed the time. I forgot. I apologized, and yeah. So I'm planning to, when I get home, I'm gonna try to wash the machine one more time when I get home, and if it doesn't work, depending on how I feel, I might go to the laundromat. They're called Ateri. I think that's just the brand laundromat name, Ateri. And I'm looking at soap. They don't have the soap that I like. I'll do that because I can wash and dry. That's what I need to do. If anything, dry it because it's raining so much, even during the night, and the wind blows and it's cooler, it's not as hot. Your clothes will, if not anything, smell rank, and I can't take it. So I want to move on to this. No, hold on. So then this morning, it was raining, and I didn't know. I mean, I know that there's always a high chance of it being that it's going to rain, but I didn't know that it was at the moment, and I became immediately frustrated. And then I had to just check myself because I'm like, it's rain, come on. But my rain jacket that I had to take out of the washing machine that I already had applied soap to, I had to rinse it yesterday evening because I remembered that it's gonna rain, and that's the only rain jacket that I have. So I did that, and of course it was drenched. And I checked my rain jacket this morning. They playing some jams. I checked my rain jacket this morning when I realized it was raining, and only the outside was dry. The inside was still wet. And I have aversions to textures, especially wet, grainy textures. So more so on my skin, it's everywhere, but I think I've just adapted myself to it because it's life. I'm gonna get more into that. I have some opinions of myself. So, oh, look at this skirt. Oh my god. Isn't that adorable? That is so cute. Okay. So, okay, so the inside was wet. And I had to check myself again, and I'm like, this is the only rain jacket you have. You know, you could complain about it, but you gotta put your big girl panties on and just get to it. So I put it on. It was, even though it was wet, and just dealt with it. And then when I got back home from dropping off my son, I turned it inside out and let it dry until I had to leave again to go to the nursery. And I took care of that. And then I realized that my rain jacket is like presenting the wear and tear. It's presenting wear and tear. So I'm gonna get another one of the same kind because I really like that, and I need rain jacket pants. I need rain pants because when I'm on the bike, more so when I'm on the back of the bike, more so when I'm on the back of the bike, everything gets wet. Like even my underwear gets wet, and I'm tired. I don't want to deal with that. And that takes me to the aversions that I've been feeling, more so than ever before. And I don't want to, like, I can't ignore it. I can't keep ignoring it. It's what I've been feeling. And it took me back to when I was a child. So here we go. I remember one of my first memories when I went to summer camp. I was 6 years old and I loved it. I got a chance. I used to go to Fresh Air Fund. If you know about the Fresh Air Fund, holler at me. Let me know. That was everything to me. I mean, coming from Harlem, New York. Oh, this is hard. Coming from Harlem, New York, that is a huge. It was a big deal for me to get out of Harlem. Like, I didn't even know the world was so big and so vast at 6 years old because all I knew was Harlem. Walking from 112th Street and between Lenox and 5th, that's where I'm from, Foster Projects, to the most I remember was 125th Street. And that's where the Apollo is. Like, that's all I knew. My mother would have us walk from there to there all the time. She was going to Woolworth to get her sunflower seeds. Oh my gosh. And I used to hate walking when I was younger. I don't know why, but I did not really enjoy walking. I do now, but I did not enjoy it back then. I think I was really tired. I was probably out of shape. Yeah, I was probably out of shape. But anyway, so I went to camp. I used to go to camp in Maine, Kennebunk, Maine. And I mean, that's a far away place from Harlem. And I mean, we was doing what you see on TV, sleeping in tents, going to the beach at randomly. I was eating foods that I never had before. I was eating fruits I never had before. They had a blueberry and raspberry bush, and I remember the first time I tasted a blueberry right off of the bush and a raspberry, I was about to die. And in a good way. I was like, when I tell you, it opened my mind, and I was just so grateful that I was granted the opportunity to experience that, and I've never forgotten, never. And the mother, I was staying with an actual family, and the mother, they were like, the family was like, in my opinion, it was like hippie and very grounded and very intelligent, and just, they were a beautiful family. When I first began going, the mother, she actually had a 6-month-old, or maybe he was younger than 6 months. I don't remember, but he was a baby. And she breastfed him. She exclusively breastfed him. And I thought it was the most beautiful thing. I mean, being like, again, I came from Harlem. I never knew about breastfeeding. I never knew about natural living. I never knew about anything outside. Like, I was an ignorant child. And I'm so grateful I was granted that opportunity, even though it was like an opportunity of, your mom's just trying to get you out of the house for the summer. I stayed for 2 weeks. I wish it was longer, because I used to have a lot of fun. I never experienced anything like that in my life. I maybe came across it from television, but in my actual life, I did not know this stuff existed. So me being there and in real time, I was able to be present. They was living slowly. They had a garden. They had a tree house. She was making salad with the vegetables from her garden. She was gardening. She was breastfeeding. She was what I call a nudist, not in public, but in her own home, like just being comfortable, seeing people being comfortable in their own space with their own bodies, and it's not being made a big deal of. I come from a space in which you can't show a fucking arm, like, and not really, but it was like I always had to cover up. I would be told, oh, no, you got to go in the bathroom and do that. And I'm like, I have on a tank top. I'm just changing my shirt. No, you got to go in the bathroom and do that. Which also, I'm probably in another video, I'm going to speak about that too. I am going to speak about that. I just don't know how I'm going to present it. But so yeah, camp. And she was breastfeeding, and it was the first time I ever knew of breastfeeding. And I was very fascinated, and I would stay around her when she would do it, because it interested me. Like, I really, and I loved that. I loved it. And I actually think that's why I breastfed my children, because I didn't grow up I had my children young. I had my daughter at 17, but from that age, for 17 years, I never seen anybody else breastfeed a baby. So, yeah. I don't know why I brought up camp, but that woman was making blueberry pies. It was the first time I had blueberry pies, and that's the best pie I've ever had in my life to this day. I love it. Raspberries, that's the reason why I love raspberries, because it just tastes good. And actually, that experience is the reason why I know of freshness, and I've known of freshness from a very early age, and that's a blessing, which I am grateful for. Like, there's a lot of things I will not eat, even if I necessarily want to eat it because I want it and I have access to it, but I won't eat it if it doesn't taste fresh, because I know what fresh tastes like, and my body prefers that. And it comes off as picky. But it ain't picky. It's what I want. Anyway, so my mouth is getting dry. Excuse me. So yes. So they used to take me to the beach, and it was the first time I ever been to the beach. And when my feet got wet and the sand stuck to my feet, oh my God, I felt like I was dying inside. And I was always been a very aware person, even as a child. And I was trying to process my emotions and how I was feeling when that was happening, instead of freaking out, because it was an experience and there wasn't really nothing I could do about it other than or what I learned from the first time was to allow my feet to dry so the sand could go away. So anyway, that brought the skin aversions, I think that's what you call it, sensitivities from the rain. It brought back that memory of me always being that way. And I think that I'm on a spectrum. And this is only knowledge that I have based on like internet knowledge of watching so many people and children more so. And it's the talk of being on the spectrum or just having plain out autism. And I'm okay with that. If that's the case, I don't know how people perceive me, and they would say, oh, actually, I met somebody some months ago, and we had a brief conversation when we first met. And I was like, oh, well, I don't go out much, so I don't know about this place or that place, the places that she was mentioning. And then when we spoke again, which wasn't too long after the first time, she said, she mentioned because I said I don't go out much, she automatically put me in a category, in a box, I would say, of me having autism. And I was like, that's a bit, that's something, like I didn't internalize it. I'm just like, this, I can't take her perception away. But it did make me think, like, what are those signs of having autism? I was born in the 80s, so of course, and I was born in Harlem, and my parents were in the drug game as far as taking the drugs. I don't know if I was a product of them taking drugs when I was conceived, during pregnancy, but I do know after, like when I became aware, I do know that was an issue. Maybe we'll talk about that another time too. So I don't know, like I feel like the kids in the 80s, especially, like I can only speak of New York because I was born and raised in New York. I definitely believe that the children of the 80s were guinea pigs. Literally, they were guinea pigs. These pajamas are cute. Yeah, we were definitely guinea pigs, from the candy to the food to whatever they presented to our parents, and our parents being gullible and taking it because of poverty. I mean, you name it. Every place we went, every place we turned, everything we looked at, ingested, it was a testing ground. And if you know Harlem from back in them days, you can't deny that it was not a testing ground. I'm a product of that environment, which is why I am the way that I am now, because I couldn't take it. And I refused to let it eat me up, and swallow me whole. It did chew me up and spat me out, which is why, like, I took the hint. You ain't got to chew me up twice. Look at this. Oh my God. Adorable. I like this one. So, um, yeah, I could definitely. So she said that, and I was just like, it could be, it could be true because I damn sure don't know, but I'm damn sure not gonna go to no doctor to see if that's the case because I am who I am. I deal with life the best way that I can, and yeah, and that takes me to another topic in which I feel that is not spoken about enough. All right, here we go. We are human beings and we evolve, yes. We evolve on a micro level, we evolve on a macro level. We only get to read in the man made textbooks in his story of our evolvement. They say we've evolved from monkeys. I don't agree with that. Because in order to evolve from something, in order to evolve from one species to the next, um, that species got to be gone. Extinct, meaning, right? Okay. One species to the next. Now, on a micro, they got some nice pants. On a micro level, like, okay, yes, on a micro level, we still are evolving. There's no conversations about how we evolve on a micro level and what that could possibly look like and what it actually looks like. That's for us to figure out because they're not gonna tell us, whoever they are, the powers that were, the powers that be, everybody got their own belief, but they're not gonna tell us. They're not gonna tell us everything. And even if they tell us, we have to use our discernment as best as possible and do what we got to do with that information. With that information because they'll kill you. Anyway, so autism, yes, autism. Is it possible? I believe it's possible that autism is the beginning stages of the evolved human being. What they say, let me cook. I know that parents and people are what they perceive as suffering, or it's just not easy. They have a lot of challenges when it comes to dealing with loved ones that have autism, even themselves, because we're in a society that's built on this falsified illusion normalcy. And even the most normal person got some deep down serious issues that wouldn't be deemed as normal, which is why a lot of people are hiding themselves. It's hard for people to be authentic because of this society, yes? And the societal construct is have people believing that just because they are labeled to have autism, they're disabled, something is wrong with them. I digress. But what if autism is actually the evolved human being? A lot of autistic individuals, they are very tapped into their sensories And that's what makes us human. In order to be able to, that separates us from the rest. We can feel, touch, see, taste, hear, and a lot of them could be very sensitive to hearing. They have food aversions. That this sensory to feeling. They need soft things, not hard things. Things need to be softly spoken. No loud noises. What else? Seeing. They stare at things that may not necessarily be visible to us. You know what I mean? So why is that not being spoken about? Like, why is it an issue rather than, why is it an issue and a issue that creates so-called suffering rather than something that should be praised and loved on? That we are birthing individuals that are completely different and that can tap us into places and spaces that we need to rely on scientists to tell us about. Talk about it. Well, this clock that T. Like, why can't we listen to the children that are labeled to have autism, or even the adults that's labeled to have autism, and tell us about their experiences and really listen to them and take that in and take it into consideration, not put them like, oh, they need therapy. And I mean, if you need therapy, you need therapy, but they're being used as the guinea pigs, and they're trying to pass it off as the vaccinations. And I mean, we ain't gonna get into that because the vaccinations are doing other things other than creating some so-called disorder of autism. So, which is why, you couldn't work if you didn't have that. If you can't go into school if you ain't got it. Like, don't get me started. So, if you feel it, you feel it. If you don't, it's good. It's all good. Like, but let me know your thoughts. Let me know, because I'm really starting to believe. Like, I know that I'm different, and based on these thoughts and opinions and the underfunded research that has been going on when it comes to autism, I don't like to label, but I know that I fall into a category that is not the societal construct of a human being. I'm just going to put it like that. And if it had to be autism and labeled, then maybe it is that. And me actually interacting with individuals that have been diagnosed with this disorder, and also I'm in the beginning stages of feeling that I may perhaps fall into this category, and my children as well. Because I've taken the time out to actually get to know not only myself, but these individuals, clearly my children, they're not, like, they're special. And not because they're my children, and not because it's me, but we are special. We have a capacity to hold things that the average human being cannot hold and process and express, even intellectualize. So if that's not special, what you call them, extraordinary people? Yeah, superpower. This is a cute skirt. Look at this. This is cute. It's giving. It's looking high-waisted. Cute. Wow. Um, yeah. So let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on that? And I might get some criticism about it. I don't give a fuck. Like, it is what it is.